I'm Mushfiq Mobarak, and I'm a professor of economics at the Yale School of Management. I want to tell you about the logic behind the economic benefits of migration and outline 6 ideas that come out of the empirical research on this subject. Each of these points is backed up by rigorous studies. Here's how a lot of people think about immigration. A migrant worker comes in and takes a job away from a native worker. There are a lot of mistakes in this picture, according to the economists who have studied migration. First, the story would be that simple only if an immigrant substitutes for a native worker perfectly. In reality, migrants often take jobs natives don't want. And immigrants are more likely to move into sectors where language skills and customer or client-facing skills are not as important. In other words, natives with such skills are not easily displaced. In the case of agriculture, for instance, migrant workers literally keep fruits from rotting on the ground. In some cases, migrant labor can even be a complement to natives. That's an economist's way of saying that migration can create more jobs than existed before. Picture a busy restaurant. Orders flying into the kitchen, dishes flying out to diners, and then back to the sink. Now imagine migrant labor makes it easier for the business owner to find cheap dishwashers. The business does better, it expands and brings in more waiters and managers. Or think about this, there are 168 hours in each week, and you have a certain number of things that you just have to get done. You have to work, care for your children, mow the lawn, maintain your car and home. What would you do if someone took one of those chores off your hands? Okay, you might just play more PlayStation, but not everyone is like that. Many migrants provide services like lawn mowing and babysitting, lowering those costs and freeing time for workers to be more productive. Here's another important point. Innovation makes our economy grow. Highly skilled migrants create scientific breakthroughs and other improvements. Foreign-born scientists and engineers resident in the US create many of these innovations. The typical Nobel Prize winner is affiliated with a US university, but was not born in the United States. These innovations result in new products and markets. Most new jobs are created by new and growing businesses. So who creates the businesses that create these jobs? Here are just a few of the companies that were founded by immigrants to the US. You might have heard of some of them. This fact isn't so surprising if you think about who immigrants are. Who leaves their home to strike out for a distant land? Someone with ambition and gumption. And who can successfully navigate all the challenges of such a move? Someone with intelligence and grit. Again, the economists have a term for this. It's called selectivity. While immigration will certainly create challenges for some individuals, the research is clear that overall it drives economic growth and creates more winners and losers in the receiving countries.